Carol and Dr. Z. So Carol, what made you ask Dr. Z to be a host of GLRE?
I heard a name. I heard Zalika. Holy Spirit said, ask Zalika to do this. I didn't even know it was going to be called the Global Leadership Rest Experience at the time. But it didn't even have a name when we first started. Actually, it didn't even have this name. So that was even revealed by God. So it came through Holy Spirit. Like, this is the name. Reach out to her. And I said, okay.
Wow. And so, Dr. Z, why did you say yes?
I said yes because it was the opportunity to travel. But there was that, Lord, why me? And I don't feel like this seems quite lofty. And I don't feel like I'm qualified yet to do so. So yes, but there was definitely some doubt and hesitation along the way. But yes, because it was in alignment with the purpose that I felt God has for me, and me feeling like, okay, I better say yes and be obedient, and He'll take care of the rest.
So how you feeling now?
I'm walking on faith when I tell you, because again, just I feel like I've been walking through the fire. I felt like a hypocrite of, how are we planning a trip on rest when I'm struggling myself with achieving rest on a regular basis, let alone spiritual rest? And I just really started this whole with mental rest, or the mental healing. So who am I to host workshops? I'm not a coach. I'm not a trained coach. I guess I'm a medical doctor, but still didn't feel like that was enough. But again, knowing that my own personal plight and through life and my journey with God, that is enough. And Him telling me, and me answering the call, essentially, and knowing that He will get me ready. He is still getting me ready and shaping me for being fully equipped and ready to deliver when the time comes.
That's awesome. So you're experiencing your own transformation.
I am, yes.
With the yes. That's awesome. Okay. So I heard there's going to be some glamping on this trip. Have either of y'all slept outside before?
One time when I was very little. Elementary school.
So is it really going to be like we're outside in the sleeping bag glamping?
No. It's gonna be luxury, like.
Okay.
Because we've upgraded now. We're leaders. We're busy professionals. We kind of upgraded. So we're gonna have like this amazing experience overnight in the desert. And when I say the way these tents are set up, it's like when you step inside the tent, you're not gonna know you're outside. You're not gonna feel like you're outside. You're gonna feel like another hotel room.
At least that's how it's supposed to feel, and what we're expecting and preparing for. And to answer your question, no, I've never slept outside before intentionally. And my only willingness to do so has been on a beach, where I've suggested with my family, like, yeah, we can do camping at a beach. I feel like it'll be safer that way. We don't have to, not wet and icky or muddy.
Yeah.
So the desert is not the beach, but very close to it with the sand. And just an experience we should all have. So definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think that's the best part.
We shouldn't be uncomfortable and hot and the weather we cannot control, but all the other amenities, the ambiance, the photo opportunity.
Yes. Now these tents do come with AC, so you ain't gotta worry about me.
Good.
They don't come with AC, so you won't be like ha 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 ha. But I think this is my favorite part, because it's like in Genesis when it said like Abraham, he stepped outside of his tent and he looked at the stars, and God said, hey, I'm gonna make your descendants as many of these stars. And so I feel like that's gonna be like a night of vision that God's gonna bring to people as we actually like, y'all, Abraham was in the tent. We're doing the same thing. We're gonna look at the star, and God's just gonna breathe something into us, like a long-term vision for His leaders and His entrepreneurs, that's gonna be a part of that transformative experience that they meet with.
Definitely a place to have an encounter.
That's awesome. So I see a connection here. Is there any talks about maybe doing this or a version of this annually or biannually or even stateside?